Hello everyone, Ben Reno here again today, and today what we're going to be doing is starting a new Let's Play series based on Little Samson for the NES. Now if you guys aren't familiar with this game has gained notoriety in the last couple of years because of its extreme rarity. And to be honest, this game actually isn't that rare of a game. It's just that it's one of the few games that's somewhat hard to find that's actually good. And it's not even just somewhat good. It's probably one of the masterpieces of the NES. This is what I would consider to be my favorite NES game and what I think is the best. Now, I actually played this game a long time ago. For some reason, even given it's, relatively hard to find, me and my brother, we actually had this game growing up, and we played it all the time. We would always see, basically, who could get through the entire game, or who could get through as much as they could, because the game is much like many other NES games. It's one of those long slogs that you have to get through, and you have a certain amount of lives. Like the one I just lost there, and it's not easy. It's a difficult game, but what's really appealing about it is that all of the characters are given their own introduction, where you basically get to see each of their strengths and weaknesses, and that's really evident in all of the levels that you play with the characters. So this is the level for Lickle. Most people call him Little Samson, but his name is actually Lickle in the Japanese translation. And he's sort of like a little elf-type creature. It's not really, if we were playing D&D, I'd call him humanoid, but it's not 100% clear. But his special abilities are he can climb on walls, which other people have that ability as well as he can shoot projectiles, and he has a pretty good jump distance, so he can actually make pretty well on his jumps. And he's around middle of the pack when it comes to health status, because when you play on normal mode, that's the only way to get the good ending, and basically his health bar, every character can have their health bar increased a certain amount, but his is just right around the middle. He's got, projectiles, he can climb on walls, he's got around middle health. He's pretty middling, but he's also very well suited to almost every environment. So he's kind of like the jack of all trades. Like if you're playing Super Mario Bros. 2, he's not Princess Toadstool. He can't fly. He's not Luigi. He can't jump super high. He's just got a little bit of everything, and I like that about him. He's generally a pretty good character to play as. And since we're in the introduction stages, you actually can't do this, but later on in the game you can actually switch between all four characters on the fly to handle any sort of challenging situation. Come on, get back here. There we go. Oh my god, another set. Jeez. Whew. Alright. Now this is part of the story segment. There's not a lot of story, but basically all four of the heroes here were summoned by the king because because there was a magician or something that killed some of his guards. And that's basically the extent of the story, which, it's an NES game. You don't need a hell of a lot of story. I'll take what I can get. Shoot! Alright, so this is the second level. This is going to be the one featuring the dragon, which if you haven't been able to tell already, he's got a few of his own unique abilities. So first off, he can float for an extended period of time. That's pretty awesome. And then the other thing he can do is drop, obviously. But if you hold down the fire button, he can actually charge up his projectile attacks, which is really useful, especially when facing difficult bosses. But yeah, this level's definitely a difficult one. Also a bit rusty here, just being honest. But anyway, so he fires projectiles, he can float, and he can also charge up his projectile ability, which is really useful because basically when you charge up his projectile ability, it's several magnitudes stronger than any sort of regular attack. The only disadvantage I'd say that he has is he doesn't have the highest health. There are other characters which have higher health limits. And the other thing is he can't climb on walls. So if you get in a sticky situation where you're falling down a chasm, you gotta, switch to somebody else and hope that they don't die on the way down. Another slight disadvantage with this character is that his projectiles go up at an angle. Oh shoot! Which can actually be a disadvantage at times, but most of the time I consider it fairly useful because it helps you to hit hard-to-hit enemies. But yeah, generally this character is just pretty good overall. And when we were younger, I remember this was my brother Blake, his favorite character to play. And it's no surprise. What kind of young boy doesn't like dragons, right? Whew, I think we're getting close to the end of his stage here. Oh, man, these tornadoes, they're a real pain in the butt, honestly. Watch, there's gonna be like 6 tornadoes that come out. There we go. Alright. There we go. Alright, and I believe that's about it for this stage. Here we go. I didn't actually have to kill him, but I have this thing about wanting to kill all the enemies on screen. Now we're going into the Golem stage. Now, the Golem, so some of his advantages are he's got a ton of health. As you can already see, he's got more health than any of the other heroes to start out with. So that's one of his advantages. He's also got a melee attack, which is fairly powerful. I had to use multiple attacks to kill those slugs with Lickle, so he has got a more powerful attack. Disadvantages are he walks slowly, and he's obviously not very agile, so when it comes to dodging attacks, he's going to have a hard time. Now, this is another one of his advantages. He can actually walk on spikes, so if I were to have one of the other characters out here, they'd actually die. So it's actually pretty awesome that he can walk through spikes. And then another advantage that he has is that when he gets hit, no recoil. Well, he actually, I guess he does have a small amount of recoil, but it's not very much. And if you're coming down from a jump, he also doesn't have any recoil, so that's pretty awesome. Yep, see, another creature that took multiple hits from every other character, but with this one, he just goes down in one shot. Alright, and we're getting to the end of the level here. Let's just take these guys out. That's it. Alright, another messenger down. Now this is the mouse. Now the mouse, he actually has an interesting name. I forget it off the top of my head, but so basically the mouse, what do you call it? So his advantages, he's got the highest jump. As you can see, he can jump incredibly high, many multitudes his size, which is pretty awesome. But then the other advantage that he has is he can drop these bombs, which these bombs are actually incredibly powerful, and they can get a little OP on some of the later bosses. But that's pretty awesome too. He has these really strong bombs. And he can also climb walls, that's another advantage of his. But then the disadvantages are going to be, look at that health bar. He's got almost no health. He's a frankly very weak creature. He's not really able to, and even I've just gotten 2 health power-ups for him throughout this stage, and that is pretty much the max of what you can expect. There's no chance of you getting more than 6 health, which is kind of disappointing. So he is fairly weak as well, so he dies really easy. Like, if I were to touch this guy, actually touch him, he would immediately just, you know, turn into bells and be destroyed. Now, the story of this world is actually called Lickle Legend of the Holy Bell. So that's why when they perish, they transform into bells. I don't actually have the manual, so I can't say exactly why that happens, but that's another part of the game. Let's see here. Is it just me, or do these worms look a little unsettling? Not going to go into further detail, but just unsettling worms. Let's do another healthcare power-up. And I actually just, if you can't tell, so there are actually a lot of developers which left from different studios, various studios, to make this game. And you can really tell it in the amount of just the love and care that's just gone into every pixel of this game. These guys knew the NES inside and out, so when they came together to make this game, they were masters of their craft, really. Oh, I didn't even know you could get a heart stuck in a wall, but now I know. So this is just really, it's a culmination of a lot of really great things about the NES. They knew the hardware limits, Whew, that was a close one. They knew the hardware limits, they knew what they were getting into. It was just some people who had frankly brought the NES to its very limits. And this was the culmination of their activities. Unfortunately, when the game came out, it was pretty late in the system's life, so it didn't do so hot. But now you actually have the first boss fight. For some reason, the dragon here is antagonistic, and he basically wants to kill you. Oh, shoot! Well, he's not going down without a fight, I can tell you that. Right. What the hell? Man, this guy is going to be hard to pin down. Alright. Alright. Ah, shoot. Took a big hit there and didn't deal any damage. This is really bad. Whew! Wow, that was close. As you can see, I'm down to 1 bar of health there. Whew! Glad I got him, though. So now I guess the animosity's over and he's joining our party. Alright, just pausing there to do a save state, moving on to what look to be these sort of like Roman ruins, but let's get into it. So this is actually the first level where you have the ability to switch between your characters on the fly, and basically how you do that is you just press the start button, and it goes ahead and shows you all the different characters that are available. Now, I'm not going to do that right now because Lickle is the best served character for this area, I believe. So I'm just going to get through here as quick as possible. Woo! Wow, that was exciting. Alright. Now we get to the weird worms again! And the slugs! Alright, so then you just hit start, and then you just go over to the character that you want to pick, and then you just hit them. And then... So that's, I guess, another disadvantage of Lickle is he can't shoot his projectiles up. That would make things a little too easy, I guess. But he can shoot them side to side, so that's nice. Alright, now I'm going to use the mouse to get through the stage. Alright, I definitely want to get the mouse's health up because he is definitely the most vulnerable. Alright, now these flowers you gotta watch out for because they launch projectiles, and at the same time they're just shoving these dragons at you, and it's just... There's a lot going on here. Alright, the mouse is the only one who can get through this area, so let's do this. Alright, not sure what the point of that was. Oh, shoot. Alright. Alright, now I see some spikes here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use the golem, so I can just go ahead and walk on the spikes. And that was a mistake. Alright. Let's get through the rest of this level. Oh, shoot. pretty sure once he gets off screen, he's going to respawn, which kind of sucks, but... Oh, okay, so I guess Lickle's the only one who can get this. Shoot. Man, these are just difficult. You know what? Screw you guys. Sometimes in this game there are no-win situations where you just have to take a hit. Ooh. Alright. Got my mouse up to full health. Let's go through the rest of this game now. Shoot. Yep, there's dragons. This game has all manner of fantasy creatures, and it's really just fantastic. It's just such a fun game. There's just so many various creatures and things, and... Okay, I've hit the end of what I can get with Lickle in regards to health. And it looks like with the mouse I'm also at his limit as well. So let's see if we can't get anything more here. Alright. Alright, so the dragon, he doesn't have a potion, so I'm gonna get that for him. Oh yeah, I should probably explain the potions. So, how the potions work is that when they're getting really low on health, you can just go into that start menu, and then you can just choose to activate the potion and regain them all the way back up to full health, which is fairly convenient. Alright, now the reason why I wanted my mouse to be at full health, which he isn't, shoot. Well, basically, the mouse makes these levels child's play, if I'm being honest. Oh, shoot! Man, this guy sucks. Basically, the mouse, he makes it really easy, but I don't have enough health with the mouse. I don't want to risk him. Shoot! This is ridiculous. He always shows up... Sometimes he shows up on the other side of the map, sometimes he shows right up under your feet. Oh man, this is gonna take a dog's age, but I'm just gonna spoil a little something for you guys. He does transform into a much more formidable opponent after this, so I'm just gonna have some patience. Just kill him the right way. Alright, let's do this. Now, I'm just gonna be honest, this boss is actually repeated quite a few times in the game, and it is kind of one of the game's, I guess, more pain points, is that the repeated bosses are a little disappointing. There aren't a ton of repeated bosses, but this one in particular, he's repeated, I believe, at least 2 or 3 times. Alright, you're about to see his second stage, guys. Shoot. Oh, watch, it's gonna show up 2 feet to my left. Wow. This is an early incarnation of him, so frankly he might not have a second form, but I think he does. Yep, there we go. Alright, so he's pretty difficult here, so I want to use the dragon to hit him with this sort of advanced power-ups. Oh! Alright, here goes nothing. Alright. If I'm being honest, this is, Oh, shoot! Alright, there we go. Oh my god, that was close. Whew! I always get through these on the skin of my teeth. It's ridiculous. Alright, and while this is one of the better NES games. I would not advise spending $900 on a piece of plastic, almost irrespective of what that piece of plastic contains. So I remember actually I was kind of shooting myself in the foot because a number of years ago I saw this game on eBay. This is probably like 10 years ago for $150, and I'm like, $150 for an NES game? That's insane. So then I just didn't buy it, and now I just feel like a royal idiot because now the game's worth an insane amount of money. So that's a little disappointing, but hey, what can you do? The market's the market. And the retro game market never ceases to surprise with insanity. Alright, let's do this. Oh yeah, basically if you play anybody but the dragon on this stage, it's basically suicide. Because nobody else can really... shoot! Nobody else can really basically make it up after they fall into a chasm, or if they get you know, contacted by one of those whirlwinds, they basically just fall into the abyss. Now this is another level that's really well suited for Lickle here, because it's got a lot of ground level enemies. There's not a ton of curveballs thrown at you. It is really beautifully done though. Wow, that was close. Obviously the escalating difficulty is really happening here, but I love the animation on that little leaf. Like as it's going through the water, you just see it kind of, you know, expand and contract, and that's what I mean by these guys were really the masters of their craft when it came to NES games, because, I mean, how many NES games have really fluid motion like that, and just all those little touches really just add to the game. And if you look at the water here, like the water in Super Mario Bros. 2, I feel like it's going to, you know, give you a seizure or something. But in this game, the water is obviously a lot more pleasant to look at. It looks a lot more like a waterfall. Oh man, would you look at those trees in the background? I know I'm just going on and on about this, but there's so much detail in everything in this game. It's just, everything is so well done. And they really they knew how to eke out every single pixel of power out of this thing. And now that I see that there's going to be something called an NES Maker, sort of like Mario Maker, but just to give developers the confines of a Nintendo Entertainment System. And I think that's going to be a really interesting project to see what people come up with, because it has been a long time since there's been any new NES games, at least that aren't homebrews. Looks like everybody's got a potion. I guess I could use Lickles and get myself over there. Alright. Here goes nothing. Shoot! Oh, that's what I get. That's what I get. Oh, it brings you all the way back to the start of the level. That's pretty sad. Well, let's see what we can do here. Alright, let's go, let's go, let's go. If I see that thing again, I'm leaving it there. Whew, alright. Yeah, there's a lot of strategically placed enemies in this game. You know, and that's another thing that I think is really good about this game, is the level of difficulty. It's a very gradual curve, and you never really feel overwhelmed. You always feel like, yeah, this is about what I can handle at this point in the game. I can't crouch. What do I do here? Just take it. Take it like a... Well, I don't want to swear in a Let's Play video, but let's see. Alright, shoot him. Alright, there we go. Well, we're doing significantly better this time around. I just need to not die going for a potion. Oh! Wow. I'm surprised I didn't die there. I'm glad I don't have the Castlevania fall 4 feet backwards effect in this game. Woo! Alright. That was a lot of pointless death there. You know what? I know I said I wasn't doing it, but I'm doing it. Oh! Get on my level, people! Alright, let's see what we can do here. I think the golem has definitely some hit points to be gained still, but I just haven't been around the power-ups when I get him. Oh, that's real fair. Throw the extra life in the garbage can, right? Alright. Oh! Now, okay, so just gonna be honest here. This boss, you can actually just dive down into the water and skip him, but that's no fun, so we're gonna face the boss. Alright, where are you coming up next? Oh! Pooh! Well, that was interesting. Shows up under my feet and then somewhere else completely. And the dragon is just not available now, so that is very disappointing. Shoot. Alright, well, here goes nothing. Ah, shoot. Well, that was an accident. Okay. Well, I guess I'm skipping that level. And now all I've got is a Lickle left. So that's pretty disturbing. I don't even know if it's going to be physically possible to get through this level with just Lickle, but we're gonna try. Alright. Moving on. Yeah, it's a good thing to kill enemies because they might drop something. Let's see. What the? Oh! Poison gas! Was not expecting that. See, that's what I mean by this game is just really creative. Really creative in the amount of ways that can kill you. Shoot. This is not going well at all. What the hell? Oh, those don't just stop you, they're... Ugh. Alright, come down. Alright, come on. Go back up. God. Man, this is just such a pain in the ass. I'm definitely gonna die here. You're kidding me! No! Oh. I get all the way to the end of the level and then I die. I die that way. That's awful. Okay, let's activate you. Alright. Alright. Focus, focus. Man, Lickle just has such an awesome sprite. He's just so well put together. He needs a suit. Shoot, nope. Not get me this time. Alright. Drop some potions, drop some hearts. Don't be so greedy. Alright, I'm not sure what... Oh, this is like a giant crab. I actually just realized I was like riding on a creature and not on just like some platform. Which is a little sad here, but whatever. Like how his legs are moving and there's water effects. Just so well animated. Man, these tower things are just... Ugh. Alright, explode. Don't kill me. Alright. Here goes. Here goes. Yes! I'm guessing that's the halfway point? Son of a bitch. I just took way more damage. What the hell? Oh! I can probably hang on to the side of the crab. Let me see if I can do that, actually. Oh, wait, no, I know what I was supposed to do. That was so stupid of me. Oh my god. I can't believe I lost a life over that. Yeah, the limitations of the NES. Sometimes I feel like I'm gypped out of a power-up or something simply because of where I killed the enemy. Like if it was near the edge of the screen, it just like clipped out. Alright, let's do this, let's do this. We've been here before, we can handle this. Shit. Alright, come on, drop down. There we go. I don't even know what those are supposed to be. They're just weird looking. And those poison flowers are also really annoying. Okay, that was pretty badass. Shit. Alright. So now I know what you're supposed to do here. So, let him pass. Go under. Bam. Alright, here goes nothing. Ah, shit. Whew. Alright. What? Another boss? And all I've got is one character? Shoot! You gotta be kidding me. He sucks you in. Shoot. Ugh. Okay, guys. This is gonna be pretty clutch, but I think I might actually be able to do this. Provided he doesn't, like, activate some god mode or something. Whew! It's going well so far. Alright. Alright, die, scum. I imagine if I touch him, it's going to be instant death. So that's why I just run away every time he starts to suck me in. Whew! Alright. This guy's actually, he definitely throws a few curveballs at you, but all things considered... Oh! Shit! Alright, well, that's gonna be it for today. I'm gonna start up from a save state next time we play, and we're gonna just pick up right where we left off. I'd like to thank you all for watching today. It's been really fun, and please remember to tune in next week for when I play this game again. And thank you guys so much for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe. Bye-bye.